As fishermen, we know that 87% of our fishing trips are not going to be memorable. But today was not one of those days. Today I caught my biggest redfish ever in what ended up being one of the most chaotic and exhilarating fights I've ever had.
How do I still have this fish on?
And after weeks of failures in trying to catch my redfish for the Atlantic arc, I knock off one of my favorite species in a remarkable fashion. So sit back and relax, because this is one of the most special days I've had in the marsh so far. 1 month ago, I took 3 separate trips into the marsh trying to find redfish because I really wanted one to start out the Atlantic arc. But on every single trip, I failed. While during the time I was fishing a bunch of different tides, I really think the issue was I was fishing in the dead heat, middle of the day. So this morning, I decided to go out at dawn before the sun even rose, hoping that would make the difference.
Good morning, everybody. Today, the goal is simple. Just catch a South Carolina redfish. If y'all saw the first video, we absolutely struck out in trying to get a redfish for episode 1 of the Atlantic arc. So we're looking to change that today. But right now it's about dead low, so I'm gonna be fishing the tide up. Hopefully found a few reds on these flats, but let's find out. So this area at the bottom's pretty hard. So honestly, I'd kind of expect to find flounder here. That's the other target species just with these flats. Sometimes you'll find a random flounder just chilling on the bottom. Seeing a bunch of what I think is feeding redfish. All right, let's see if I can hit a cast here. That's perfect. Shoot, maybe that wasn't perfect. The sun is also right in my eyes. I'm gonna blame the sun in my eyes for that one. I think it's just a bunch of bait fish right here now. Whatever the predator was that was here, I think is gone. Oh, there's something literally right behind me. Yep, right here. Come on, come on, come on, eat it. Oh, frustrating.
So as the sun started coming up, I started fishing around the docks because I knew that if I was going to find a redfish this time of year, I was going to find it there. And my guess was absolutely correct.
That was brutal.
Kinda.
There we go, there we go, there we go. No. Gosh darn it. I don't know what that was. No clue what that was. It felt decent. I would argue probably a redfish. That was it. That was it. After all the failure that we've had, that was it. And I just lost it right in front of me. I definitely didn't set the hook well because that cast was terrible. That cast was brutal. So I did not set the hook. Gosh, that hurts. That hurts.
Just like that, I lost what I thought was my first chance at a redfish in the Atlantic arc. But after fishing for a little longer, I realized it was speckled trout because they were flying out of the water, jumping everywhere. So I kept casting, trying to see if I could add another new species to the list. But unfortunately, they were just making me more frustrated.
Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? Dude, whatever that was, that's what I had the first time. Okay, well, I'm very excited to run back the tape and that's a perfect cast and see what this fish is. Or, just catch it right now and then have it in my hands. There we go. Oh my gosh, again. Dude, this is frustrating. Oh my gosh. He's clearly on. Oh, come on. Dude, that was right by my bait. What do you mean? That's insane. It's only a matter of time for a hook one, right? It's only a matter of time, right? I think whatever I had here, speckled trout, redfish, whatever it was, is now gone. If I was to guess, unfortunately, I think they're all gone now. Gosh.
So at this point, we all know how this video ends. But me at the time, I had no clue. At this point, I was thinking back to the first episode where I constantly failed trying to catch redfish or anything in the marsh. And now today, I saw a million speckled trout just flying around the water, and I still just couldn't catch anything. I mean, the Atlantic Arc in general. At this point, we only had 7 of the 50 species we set out to catch. I mean, we did well in Florida, but Charleston and New York were huge struggles. And like any major achievement or something you chase, I had a lot of doubts that I could even make this happen. Catching every fish on the East Coast is not easy, that's for sure. I think it's clear that I needed a sign here. I needed something to push me to keep going. And that's what I ended up getting.
All right, so we've got good news and we've got bad news. The bad news is that we haven't caught a fish yet, which, whatever, who cares? It's not like that's the whole point of this video, you know? But the good news is, this is a spot where we saw all the big redfish this morning. And honestly, I think this is the dock that I've caught the most big redfish at in this hole every time I fish this spot. So, is there one incoming? Maybe, potentially. I think yes. What the heck was that? What is that? Fine, I'll throw at it. I don't know what the heck that is. There we go. So, speaking of the big redfish, there they were. Dude, I think it's my angle. I'm trying to fish this. Oh my gosh, I'm getting frustrated now. There it is. I got my anchor pulled down, AKA my left foot, and I'm ready to get this redfish. Holy moly, there it was. There it was. All right, stay on. Don't let him get me in the dock. Don't let him get me in the dock. It's big. I think I actually need to go with it. I'm gonna lose this fish. Dude, this is a... Oh no, this is worst case scenario. I think this fish is off. No. I just need to pray. Go. How do I still have this fish on? This is a big redfish. I see it. I see where it is. Just get out of this dock, Logs. Get out of the dock. Oh my gosh, let's go. Dude, docks are all fun and games until you actually hook up on a fish. Oh, you are not going back that way. You are not going back in. You are not going back to that dock. How did I not lose that fish like 50 times? How did I not lose that fish like 50 times? Oh my gosh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I've caught a good amount of redfish since I moved down here. This one might be one of the biggest. 2, that was the most chaotic fight that I've had. No questions. No questions. Holy. Dude, that is an absolute tank. An absolute brute. Well, we had a lot of failures to get here, but fish like this really make it worth it. This is unbelievable. What an unbelievable fish for our redfish for the Atlantic Arc. Let's get him back. When I look at him like this, I think, yeah, this is definitely close to one of my biggest redfish. And the fact that it happened at a time like this, after all the failures that we had, and I'm losing my kayak here, so I'm gonna be running after my kayak in about 1 second. But I gotta get this guy back and get him back healthy. All right, he's ready.
So despite my kayak drifting away and then me cutting my feet up on oysters, I was able to make it happen and got my redfish that I wanted. But anyways, if you've enjoyed the Atlantic Arc so far, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.